Welcome to Mindfully with Tumishe, the podcast, and I am excited. I have kept her, as you know, for those who followed Mindfully with Tumishe for a bit. When I get someone in the studio, I kept them, and Ninkichi is still here, and I wish that all the conversations that we've had before I turned in the mic could be recorded, but you see. Nah, someday. Mindfully to be shared, we collect stories, we share stories, we see how we can help ourselves be more mentally resilient, okay, by living our lives as intentionally as possible. If you listen to the last episode, I did say that when at the beginning of the episode, I asked Nkechi how she was. She said, "I'm growing." And I said I tried hard not to pursue that. But today we're pursuing that. Hello. How are you getting?
I'm good.
Thanks for indulging me. Okay, so you said something in the last episode that I'm going to try and capture. You said that you are growing in the moment that is the most enjoyable in your life, but also challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Take us through that.
So we're starting from there.
Yeah, we're starting from there right away.
Okay. Let me try and sum it up. I didn't think we were going to start from here, so
Yeah,
I need to collect my thoughts and process it properly. Okay. So yes, it's part of my self-growth story. Now I say I'm growing because it's one of my challenging moments, but it's also one of the best moments I'm experiencing. Reason being, currently building my business. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm into architecture, fit out, and project management. But I've always been a career person, and I'd grown to a let me not say very comfortable, but I'd grown to a good place in my career. And then something that never happened to me. I used to tell people, like, I don't lose my job. I walk away when I'm done, and it was a thing of pride for me. And then at a very good level in my career, I lost my job.
You were let go.
I was let go, and I could understand it because at that level, I was in a management position, and I know how organizational restructuring can hit a lot of key positions. So I understood it, but understanding it did not make it easy, And so I'm having to build my business. Now, like I said, it was a thing of pride that I want to get a job, I get that job. In fact, when I was younger, I remember a place I worked for just 1 week. And then I was like, this is not for me. Like, I'm not doing this. That's some period. And I started on Monday, and by the Friday, I just walked into the HR's office and I was like, I'm so sorry. Thank you for the opportunity, but I won't be coming on Monday. And she was like, why? Is it because I was at you for coming late? I mean, I said, no. This is just not for me. And I walked out, and that was a Friday. Saturday, I got a call for an interview on the Monday, and then the next week I got another job. So I always tell people, I don't look for jobs, they look for me. And even this last job I'm talking about, I'd been at my place of work for 13 years, and I told myself, okay, let me breathe. I've poured into this place. So I stopped work. And again, I just got a message on LinkedIn. Hi, we're looking to fill this role. I think you'll be a good fit. So would like to discuss with you. And that was how I got the job, So it kind of it hit my ego, if I may say that. And it messed me up. It messed me up. And the worst part is I've had to send CVs and applications and got no call back. So that's why I said it's been a worse period, because my belief in myself is being threatened. Because you're beginning to ask, am I not enough anymore? Don't people see the value anymore? And at the same time, connections and networks that I've built over the past are reaching out to me. Oh, this is on ground. Let's do something. And so on the other hand, on one hand, I'm not getting what I want. On the other hand, I'm getting what I don't want, which is opportunities to build my own thing, which is a struggle for me because I'm an office girl. And when I tell people this, they look at me like, are you mad? You're even getting the opportunities. But I don't know how to explain it to people. It's not what I want, but it's what I sense is the next step for me. So that's the struggle. What seems to be the next step is really not what I want. I see myself being pushed into an uncomfortable zone.
Uncertain, yeah.
But it's still exciting every morning to wake up and see those opportunities and see those. Yeah. So,
all right, like I said, is the personal development story that I want to catch today. What's the title of that song? The first song you sent to the studio? It's not the last one.
I know. That's what I'm trying to think. It was 2 I sent, I think.
But I was in love.
But you
with
played
one.
just one.
Yes, I was so in love. I can't for the life. You see what happens when you're done music. I've not done a music show in over 3 years. All right, and like I said, there was a story there, and I would have thought that when we're talking about the infertility, that song would come up. But
was it Jiggy Dim?
Yeah, that's it. And I thought it was going to come up because it felt like that song was written from a place of pain. But you say you didn't write any songs during
the infertility. No, yes, that was from a place of pain, but it wasn't the infertility.
Okay, you want to share?
Okay, so that was about the time I lost my dad. And I think why it was from a place of pain is prior to his passing, he was at the hospital, actually, chronic kidney disease. But prior to that, we'd been praying and we'd been receiving words, and my sister, God speaks to her through dreams, and she said she had seen a rose blossoming and all. So, all we were just waiting for was he would walk.
Sorry for the
he would walk out of that hospital on his own 2 feet, and then
he did it.
The rose was on his grave.
I know, right?
So it was from that place of.
We laugh. We laugh at faith. Because I think this is part of my own personal. It might be different to yours, but I think the theology that some parts of the theology that was passed down to us was a bit faulty. God, no, He's not going to do it. He can do everything,
yeah,
but He's God. You see that hey. One day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years.
Yeah.
You have no idea. And that's the part of sovereignty that runs me mad. Yes, yeah. I said it. It definitely does, because you are praying, you're respecting. And my personality type or the kind of person I am, if I ask you once, I ask you twice, you don't give me, I walk
Walk
away.
away.
Yet, that pray, 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 pray. Yet, it's that same breath. They're also telling us that before you ask, he knows.
Yeah.
It's confusing, people. But
Yeah.
I had to come to a place that I had to come to a place of understanding and I think parenting helped me understand that. I had to come to a place that my son, my almost 13-year-old, can come and ask me for a Ferrari.
Yeah.
He can't ask, actually.
But he won't get it.
I might still be able to get him a Ferrari sometime.
Yeah.
But not
Not now.
But I'm looking at that child and like, well, my mom can afford a Ferrari. Why is she not giving me one? I think that's one of the things that helped me navigate. I'm still navigating. I'm not, it's still very annoying sometimes. It's still very annoying.
It is.
So how has your journey through faith in personal development, have they married at some point or they're parallel?
I think I would say the core of my personal development is faith. Yeah, because if you say God, our walk with God is basically faith. Yes, and I would say that because it's coming from a place of a journey of discovery and acceptance. So let me go a bit far back.
Please go.
To when I was younger, and I struggled. I know we all struggle with being self-conscious as young people. But for me, I think my struggle back then it came from a place of, I want to be the poster child. I want to be great. But every move that I make sees me landing on just above average. And most of my growing life, that was the struggle for me. Like, God, I want to be this. Why am I not this? You said we can be anything, right? I'm struggling to be, and it's just not happening. And so I think faith came into play where I began to understand that I'm qualified for my journey, whatever that journey is. And I need to find satisfaction in that journey, irrespective of what I have in my head, of what it's supposed to be. So that's where faith comes to play. And some might see it as I'm saying, forget about your dreams. No, it's more about embracing that dream and embracing the journey towards fulfilling that dream.
Right. Okay. Embracing that dream and embracing the journey towards fulfilling that dream. So, I don't want to sound okay. So, no, it's one of the things that has helped me personally is being able to sift motivation and intention. Yeah. Anybody can wake up and motivate you. You can even motivate yourself, but what's the intent?
Yeah.
What was the original intention? And I think that's what you're trying to say, to embrace, because if you're not connected with that intention, let all the motivation come, man.
You're going nowhere.
Yes, it's going nowhere.
Yeah.
So, in your experience, how has embracing your journey worked out for you?
I think I would say sitting, how do I put it? Finding a balance between the pluses and the minus. I think that's how
X me no.
it has.
I'm mathematics. Plus and the minus. Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, again, I've seen myself evolve. By natural temperament, highly melancholy. And so that brings to bear it has to be perfect or it's not good enough. That brings to bear, if I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. you know. And I've come to learn that with every good, there's a bad. With every plus, there's a minus. And so that's why I say learning to get that balance. And so I've found a way to build my strength. I've also found a way to sit with my weaknesses. Tell them, yeah, I see you. How are we going to work together? I'm not throwing you away because I cannot throw you away. You're a part of me. So how can we work together? Can we build you? And if we can't build you, can we find a way to minimize your impact on this journey? I feel like I'm speaking in parables, but I don't really know how to.
So I think okay, let me be a communicator here. All right. So for those who I usually sound like this is how I used to sound on radio. So if I'm very playful today, permit me. Okay. So So do you know the? Let me start. Do you know the logo of Black Images? Yin Yang, two face, So, and the reason is I personally believe that in the good, there's the bad.
There's the bad.
In the bad,
there's the good.
We quickly as humans embrace the good and not want to learn from the bad.
Yeah.
We see the bad and go like, what is going on? And then, oh, the good. It's okay, and I think I was going to ask you a question the other time about gratitude. And I think that's where sometimes, even as a mindful, thought leader, as a mindful coach and all that sometimes like, you don't want to be thankful. You are aware of everything, good thing that is going on. You are aware, but there's that time where you have to get to a point where, oh Jesus, how can I say this in English? Like, oh my spirit, there will be times when your spirit will be down on the dump.
Yeah.
What is that teaching you?
True.
If you don't learn it, it will constantly come back. It will continually come back until you learn what that season has come to teach you, whether it's good, especially the bad. No, I'm not preaching that you should live in the bad. What I'm saying is positive thinking is great, but also know that there is pain, and from that pain is where beauty is gonna come.
Yeah.
So did I help you?
Yes, you did. That's it. Yeah.
All right. So, how do you navigate, these moments when, as a creative person, how do you navigate when, because you're melancholy, you say, and we all know that 90% of melancholies
Melancholics,
are creative people. We actually crave that dark moment to create from.
Yeah.
So how do you balance that? How have you balanced that in your journey?
So most people who would see me would struggle if I tell them I'm melancholy, because they don't see it. And I think
so. Melancholy, introvert. Which one are you?
Melancholy.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's also because like I said, I learned early to see the good, the bad, and then to discuss with the bad, how can we deal with you? And I realized one of my major challenges being melancholy was my mood swings and always wanting to be in a dark place. In fact, my father would tell you growing up, that one, she just be in her room for hours. And I remember one day I was praying and then I was crying because I was just like, God. And my father came and was like, no, you are too young for this kind of prayer, So that had always been the one thing that just held me back. And I had to learn to flip it. So I started learning to write. So I'm in a dark place and then I write, but I don't just write it. I write it and then I write what the word says about that dark place. And I think that has helped me navigate. And that has helped me deal with that side of me. And that has made me a fighter. So now I actually am comfortable with the uncomfortable. So I think that's how I've learned to balance it.
I don't know. Okay. Yes, I'm introverted. Deal with it. Sometimes for me it's not longer, but before it was difficult for me to separate my introvertedness and being on the depressive spectrum.
Okay.
And how did I know that I was on a depressive spectrum? I'm listening to a sad rock song that is aggressive. Maybe not aggressive. Who knows Pink?
Yeah.
And in fact, my husband teases sometimes that if I were a songwriter, I would write like Alicia. When if you've listened to this family portrait, there was a particular one that impacted me so much. Funhouse.
Okay.
Funhouse was so much of a picture of how I grew up. Though she wrote Funhouse like maybe in, I think, about 2009, 2010. What? I would, and it was dum dum dum, and I was singing up, and then after singing it, I would sit down and bawl. Like I would cry. Then I began to, and of course, when anybody saw me and they saw me dancing to a rock or alternate rock, and like, she's happy. No, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for a release. I'm looking to cry.
Yeah.
Right, that's why I asked, okay, is it introvertedness or being melancholy?
Yeah.
Okay, so on your journey, what are the things that have helped you?
Self-discovery. I think that's the first. Being able to know what you're good at, what you're not good at, where you're going, and what you need for where you're going. So
Repeat. What you're good at,
what you're not good at, where you're going, and what you need for where you're going. Yeah. So I think that would be my go-to. Yes. And funny enough, I think Daystar plays a major role. Forgive me for bringing things.
Okay. It's okay.
And most of the time when they say, what's your Daystar story? I always tell people I don't have a Daystar story. But just discussing, I realized that. So there's this whole entrepreneurship thing.
Question, there's not quite that question now. The Daystar story?
Yeah, what's your Daystar story? Yeah. So I think when we used to do this entrepreneurship thing at First Service, First Service at plus A3C.
Yeah.
I think that really shaped me because everything, the core of all of that teaching was you are the value. Bring that value to the table. So I think that has been it for me. For every space that I'm in, for every phase in my journey, the question has always been, what is my role in this place? Do I have what it takes to function in that role? Or is there something more that I need to learn to function in this role? And this transcends office, career, down to friendship, down to family as a mom, down to being a sibling. What do I bring to this particular? What am I supposed to be in this space? What do I need to function? So I think that has always been it for me, knowing this is where I'm coming from, this is where I'm weak, this is where I'm strong, this is what I need for where I'm going, and this is how I can get it.
I like strong people. Okay, so let's see how we can round this off now. The first thing I would be asking is if you were going to speak to 40-year-olds and above who are still active. And
active
is, active, they want to start a business
okay.
They're still active and they are in some form of mental transition. Culturally, socially, and all of that. What would we say to them?
I'm them.
All right.
I'm them, I'm still on that journey. And I think that's the beauty of life. Life is a continual journey. You almost never, even people that you feel, oh gosh, this person has it all put together, there's still something that a person, yes, So I think I would say number one, embrace where you are. Because the truth is we can't grow without first acknowledging where we are and embracing it. And when I say embrace where you are, a lot of us feel I've not done anything. You understand? Yeah. Like, who am I to even speak? And I think that's a fallacy we tell ourselves. It's a lie. There is something you carry within yourself. So where are you? Where do you want to go? And what is stopping you? Are you stopping yourself? Is it your fear that is stopping you? Or is it really that you don't know how to go to where you want to go to? And if you don't know how you want to go to, talk to people. Talk to ChatGPT once in a while. I'm serious.
Please take me through that.
I'm so serious.
How do I chat with ChatGPT?
Like a friend. Like laugh.
Seriously?
I'm serious.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Teach me, Biko.
So I remember, I'll share this funny story.
Please go ahead.
I remember asking ChatGPT, can you, what did I type in? Can you act as a business coach? And then, of course, ChatGPT will say, of course, nothing, yeah, Taylor, yeah. And then I typed, I'm in a rut. I want to build a career and be a career person, but nothing is working. But I see that I'm getting opportunities to build my own business. What do I do?
And was that motivating you?
Not motivating. So it gives steps. So I'm a kind of person, I believe, ask the right questions and you will get the right answers. So it's stepping out all the steps. First, do this, then do that, and do that. And it just helped me collect. I use ChatGPT to collect my thoughts sometimes. And so it just helped me collect my thoughts. And then I was like, okay, put this in place, put this in place.
I use AI for photos only.
So what I'm saying is, for the person that doesn't know where to start from, sometimes just collect your thoughts. It wouldn't give you answers, but it would help you put things in perspective. My funny enough, it was my little niece that told me, I'm trying to decide what to be in future. So I just had a conversation with ChatGPT. So I tried it, and really,
this is very, very close to what I think that's my last week guest, Adedayo said. He said, when in doubt, take a step back, shut everything down, and start over.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that you're also saying the same thing. I think the fear for most of us is, if I shut it down, can I gain momentum again? I think that's the fear, isn't it?
And the funny thing is, sometimes even if you don't shut it down yourself, life will shut it down for you.
I swear.
Life will shut it down for you.
Holuwatumishi.
Yeah.
Holada Bokoko. Life shut it
Shut it down for you.
Oh no, life shut it down.
Yeah.
A lot of people have asked me, you walked away from, and I walk, if traffic radio was like was a peak for me. The 8 years in traffic radio was really good. Prior to that, prior traffic radio, 2 years to when I left, I had known that it was time to go. But I was agiding and and then August 2020 came and everything shut down. Like everything shut down mentally, socially, spiritually, everything shut down.
Yeah.
I was like looking for a skilled musician to come and help me calm the madness. It was that bad. Everything, life will shut you down.
Yeah.
If you are if you are in constant connection with self, and it doesn't have to be. I think I should say this, and one of the things that I think affects our personal development is people think that impact has to be global.
Yes.
Impact has to trend.
Yes.
Impact has no.
Yes.
Yeah. Yikes. Let me let you take that before I go into take that.
So it's part of what I was saying. Where are you? Because that's where your impact actually starts. It's as little as impacting your church home. There are people that feel I haven't done much, and then maybe they're away from church for a while. People are looking for them, like, where have you been? Like, I've not seen you in a while. And they're like, why are you looking for me? It literally happened to someone. And the person told her, you don't know the joy you bring to me when you see me and you just hug me. And she said it hit her because the day before she'd been like, what the heck am I doing with this life? She'd been a stay-at-home mom for a while. So she just felt, geez, I've just thrown my life for this life of motherhood and staying at home. But here's someone else saying something as simple as a hug. So I think everybody wants to blow these days. We want to put social media and then see 5 million likes.
So what exactly?
It's not.
How would you say? I'm trying to round this off, but as you're talking, since more questions are coming. So, what would you say that the social narrative is what scares us the most? What people will say, how people will see the perception and all that. How did that impact you on your journey?
So I would say for me it's two-sided. One, there was the part of what it gets me. Let me go back to that period when I lost my job. So I said I left somewhere for 13 years, and when I was leaving, they didn't want me to go. My industry is a small industry, so anywhere you go, you're a rival to where you're coming from. So when I went there, that just severed 13 years of
relationships.
Yes, on the spot. Like, I literally can't even go to my old office.
Wow.
I've been told, don't come here because the security would embarrass you if you do.
Because you went to another
firm. Organization. So when I lost my job, they say, my enemies want to get to me. Yeah. They will be rejoicing now, So for a while, that was my drive to get something. Do something. You show them your God is alive. And how can they feel like you understand?
Sorry for the laugh. God, you have seen shaking now, right?
I tell you. But like I said, learning to sit in the good and the bad, I've learned to let that go. And I'm slowly building. I'm sitting at tables where I'm bidding with them now. Yeah. At that point, I was bidding under a company with them, but now we're bidding toe to toe, name to name. It feels good, I won't lie.
Of course.
And I tell myself whether I get the job or not. Man, I'm here. I'm sitting at that table. We're negotiating for the same contract. Hello. You know?
Yeah. I think it's the attitude. I think the motivating attitude behind these things is what matters. And, you know, you don't do it maliciously. Yeah.
Yeah.
The way of the world, there will always be energy tussle. See, I'm trying to be nice. There will always be energy tussles, and being gracious when you win, being gracious when you lose is, I believe, the whole mark of living mindfully. Being, you know, when I feel like I was being mindful, is it meditating? Is it, you know, yes, it is all of that, but it's also being careful the things you say, you do, you treat other. Is being mindful of this thing I'm going to say. Is it going to land well? Yeah. If it doesn't land well, am I prepared to defend the reason of my faith?
True that.
Yeah. Because sometimes it will not land well.
Yeah.
So that's what living mindfully is. That's what building mental acuity and resilience is. When you know when the yang of life comes and the yin is nowhere to be said. The yang is the stormy side and the yin is the calm side. And when they come and you know exactly how you would respond. No, you can't know. But you can build yourself up in a way that even if your initial response was a reaction, you can retreat yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. Breathe. Get your bearing back.
Yeah. Well, okay, so if you're going to say the same thing to upwardly mobile 20-year-olds to about 35, what would you be saying to them?
Honestly, to me, she still falls back to the same thing. Know yourself, know where you are, know where you're going, know what you need. And sometimes what people feel, okay, what I need is, let me bag that new degree. If I bag that new degree, I'm good. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes what you need is a network. Sometimes what you need is collaborative partners. So what do you really need for where you're going? I'll give an example. I'm running beads in collaboration with other people that own their own companies. And we're doing amazing. Because I've realized this is where I'm strong, this is where I'm not. And so I reach out to you. Look, I have this. I want you to do this. Are you down?
Life is collaborative, not competitive.
It's not competitive. But if I'm trying to just keep it all to myself, I will fail. Because I don't have the vavavoom that this person is bringing to my table. You understand? An actual example, I sent in a proposal once. I needed to send in some new design ideas. I had this person I'd worked with. She is amazing. Any day, anytime, I would toot her on. She's amazing when it comes to designs. I'm not. I'm more the operational processes. This is how we do it. And I reached out to her.
And I'm not plenty. So, it's true. Architects are not plenty. You're the second architect friend I have. The other is Ideala Transformation Design. Okay. So that is so you are not plenty. So I understand how.
You understand?
How and collaborative it has to be.
We just brought it in and they were like, wow. I know they would not have wowed my design. And I'm sick, you know? So that's what I say. Know your weakness. Know your strength.
Living mindfully. Trust me, that is living mindfully. Oh wow.
So I think we need to open up ourselves to that possibility. We all want to do big things. Sometimes it's not just you. who would you need to pull on that journey? I think so. That's what I would tell that person. And I think for the younger people too, I would say be ready to put in the work. Forget this social media. Not everybody will blow like this social media people are blowing. Some of you will need to hustle like we hustled.
Some people are even blowing in silence.
Do you get?
I repeat that. Some people are blowing in silence. Let that sink.
So, really.
The final words as we round this up.
My final words. There's something I like to say. You are the value, and always bring that value to the table. Yeah, so you are the value, and always bring that value to the table. And don't ever think there's a table you cannot be at. If you want to be at that table, learn the language and the principle of that table. I don't know if that makes sense. Sometimes we want to come to the adult table still speaking like a child. We need to learn to have that growth process. We want to be at the adult table. How do the adults speak? What is the principle at that table? So I think that's just what I'll say.
You guys don't want to know what I just did. But hey, thank you. Thank you for letting me steal you. These conversations have been really wholesome, and I'm glad that we were able to have them. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
get a
having
copy of Living Mindfully, and on this show link I would add some links to Ninkichi's song. I know her as a songist. I don't know her as an architectist. I know her as a songist. Yeah, you can just enjoy that. Get a copy of Living Mindfully, and thank you to Uche Agunabo, who has been a side piece today.
Yeah.
The long and short of this conversation about personal development is that you find your rhythm, right? Find yourself, take time. It's hard work. Find yourself, find time to find yourself and enjoy the journey. It's not every time work. What has been coming to my head since last week Wednesday has been you're about to say the English. Right? Yeah, say it in English.
You lost me there.
It's Psalm 24. It's Psalm 24. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and and it sounds like, how does that relate? It relates to the fact that I didn't create anything. The Supreme Being, God, the Almighty, created things and told me to harvest them. So that sometimes I will miss it. It's not me that own it.
Yeah.
I will enjoy it. Drink Gary with granite or tea or something. Just sometimes take a step back. Not doing anything sometimes is doing everything.
Yeah.
Not doing everything, anything, sometimes doing everything. Thank you so much, Ninkichi, for being here.
Yeah, I just wanted, when you just said that the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, it also brought to mind something I've learned in this journey. If you remember the time I said, ask the right questions.
Yes.
So you have that dream. Have you really sat down with that dream to ask, this is what I want? Number one, is it what you want? If it's what you want, how do you want this dream to be birthed? Because the how is important. We sometimes think, this is what I want, I know how to do it. But God's how is different. Like, calm down.
Sorry for the laugh.
You understand? So, because when you're trying to build something and you're not aligning with the how, you're basically wasting your time.
I didn't say it, she said it.
Yeah, so What is the how? You know. So.
Thank you so very much, Nkechi, for being here. Love yourself.
Thank you.
Love your neighbor. Love this country. And your country, wherever it is you're listening to from. Above all of this, love God. He is the essence of your being. Again, get a couple of Living Mindfully, a Journey to Being as a mini memoir. This smoke, yeah, it's me. And you see how I navigate this noisy noisy world, even as a person living with bipolar affective disorder. Yes, but it's fun. It's fun just doing that, living and enjoying life on the way and discovering that it's not that deep.
Yep.
Until next time, stay curious.